It's like my keys drop my on a dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential. It's consequential. Philosophies unidentical. I'm not India. My Siamese brother Benjamin. That's how I stick to him.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Carolina Panthers. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Darnold looking to start with a pass. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Yardage here. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. He'll try again, and he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Mahomes going to throw. Powers through it. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Kadarius Toney from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I notice his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
From the 22, Darnold. That's caught. It's Shi Smith. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. Now it's Darnold. This is Smith with a grab. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Mahomes now on first down. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mahomes now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. Mecole Hardman. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys field it that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. Here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Darnold going to take it and just back this one forward to his wideout. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold, he'll drop that down to Hubbard. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. In motion goes the tight end. To the air again, Darnold. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Open man is Fortson. He's got it. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Yellow.
Hey, 43, 15.
On first down, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Across the formation, Hardman gets a completion. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, a touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And Darnold, he lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. On first down, it's Darnold. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On first down, Darnold. Connection made with Shenault. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Darnold on first down. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Had some good yardage there, too, before he... Football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Trying to lay one up deep. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. 3rd and long, Corral. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, this assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run, and I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Working from the gun, Mahomes. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
From the 24, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 2 yards out. Butker now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 29, Corral. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Panthers take 36. At their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. To throw is Walker. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there, still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. From the 41, Mahomes. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Kansas City.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
At the 23-yard line.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Thuney.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Catch is made by Hardman. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line.
There on the stop was Leo Chanel.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Panthers 14.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
To throw is Walker.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Cardinal. Warriors, 17, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18 Rattlers. Ready.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Walker. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Off the play fake, Walker.
And that will be incomplete. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
They're on the 36-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
From the 39, Mahomes. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field, so you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find him, and he did there. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on third down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. But that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball...
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Colin Saunders picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, have a game, sir, why don't you? A sack earlier and an exclamation point here late in the game, and this one won by his side of the ball. They played so well, surprised he didn't get a second sack earlier.
4th down, Walker. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. 65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.